the Liverpool situation with the terrible refereeing VAR decision, the statement, which is, I know they haven't directly asked for a replay, but they're asking for a replay without asking for one. Liverpool fans are demanding we hear audio, we have transparency, that something now needs to be done. After this decision, something needs to be done about the horrendous refereeing that we experience in this league. What is your take on this whole situation and their letter to the PG MLO or to the Premier League, whoever it was to, essentially asking for this to be escalated and potentially a replay to be conducted?
I just find it all hilarious. Like, always the victims. Like, always. Like, they've made a massive mountain out of a molehill. Everyone gets wrong decisions. Yes, it was wrong. They got wronged. Doesn't mean they wouldn't have lost the game anyway. Like, let's just be real with it. Like, they could have still lost the game. We'll never know. Yeah, I didn't see this level of outpour from the mainstream media when Lee Mason got sacked for 3 months after they didn't draw the lines on the pitch against Brentford when we conceded in the last minute against them or whenever it was. Yeah, I didn't see this level of outcry in the Champions League final when Liverpool got a penalty that weren't a penalty against Tottenham. Didn't see this level of outcry when Lukaku was ruled offside when he was clearly onside in the League Cup final against Liverpool. Where was the outcry then? When it goes for Liverpool, they keep their mouth shut, innit? Yeah, when it's against them, oh, we're doing everyone a favour. Trailblazers. We're going to help the whole family, the football family, because we're going to escalate it. We want answers to help you guys in the future. Yeah, we want to get this resolved because we're Liverpool. Shut up, man. Like, honestly, I've never seen... I heard Andy Townsend today. I didn't even know he was still alive. I can't lie. Like, real talk.
TalkSport, he's on TalkSport regular.
Yeah, well, I don't listen to TalkSport. I just see these clips pop up here and there. Right? And I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Oh, maybe we should give Liverpool a goal on their goal tally. What? What are you waffling about? Oh, yeah, well, they were wrong. So maybe we should give them a goal. Just add it on their goal tally this season. What the hell is he waffling about? Like, I've seen people going mad about it. Yeah, Sam Matterface on TalkSport did a whole podcast on it the day after it happened or the day it happened. Yeah, Gary Neville doing his podcast in Newcastle, St James's Park Stadium. Yeah, waffling about it. Mate, get over it. Yeah, the thing is, they were hard done by. So's everyone.
Mm.
Yeah, and people are going, oh, but that's not the point. Yeah, it's you know, it's not fair. They're getting these things wrong. Okay, cool. That's great. Half of the stuff's subjective anyway. Yes, okay, cool. Offsides ain't. Yeah, they shouldn't be, but they are kind of subjective at the moment. There, because like I said, the Lukaku one in the League Cup final, he was onside. Yeah, you could argue Garnacho was onside. I don't think he was, but you could argue it. Yeah, and you could make a case for it. You know,
but this is the thing. I was wanting to interject for a second because, look, I think it's right that it had this level of attention. But let me tell you as to what I'm frustrated about is that I'm someone that's been individually doing this for a long time, and I remember when I put a clip out once when Spurs played Tottenham and Cucurella had his hair pulled. I put out like a 30-40 second clip saying how outrageous it was. And it was only Chelsea fans, maybe a handful of rivals in the comments that backed it. Everybody else said cry more, basically, was the general response. Or what about this decision that you got that helped you? I remember calling out the horrendous decision not to draw the lines for the Brentford game last year. Everyone just said, I'm an undercover Arsenal fan. Nobody cares, Terrace.
Yeah, cry more.
Cry more. I've called out there's been a number of Man United decisions this season. One that went for us. I called out the penalty. Said we should have conceded the penalty against Wolves. Man United fans threatening to break my face. Why would you say that about your own club, Terry? When Man United have had some horrendous decisions go against us this year, subjective or indifferent, no one... In fact... still, it hasn't been discussed on Good Morning Britain. The offside goal we conceded against Palace. Now, I'm not trying to say we didn't deserve to lose the game. But my point is this. We should be calling out decisions whether you win, lose, or draw. Whether you were good enough to win or not good enough to win. Chelsea last night should have been playing for at least the last 15 minutes against 10 men because Vinicius smacked Thiago Silva in the back of the head. Hit him. Now, there's no outcry today for the right decision. Now, I understand when a team loses and a protocol hasn't been followed, it's looked at as, oh my God, this is maybe the biggest mistake we have seen. And someone actually said to me today, you can't compare all these things, Terry, because red cards, for instance, are subjective and offside isn't. And this is the point. Subjectivity is not relevant to this conversation. It's about understanding why decisions are being made, the process they're meant to go through, the reasoning why they don't give things and why they give others. We need transparency, because I'm still not convinced, in defense of Liverpool here, I'm not convinced the VAR person thought it was a goal. I still think they're trying to cover up a different type of mistake. I don't trust them. We've heard Mike Dean say that he didn't want to give a decision for a penalty because the manager on the field of play, I forget who it was already under a lot of pressure and he didn't want to pile more upon him. So we know that they do things to protect each other. They've even told us they have Anthony Taylor. Yeah, they've even told us that they haven't said it in these words, but the referee at the weekend, sorry, the VAR at the weekend, thinking the goal had been given, means he's not watching the bloody game, because there isn't a person who was watching that football match who has good eyesight and hearing, which you would assume the referee on VAR has, saw that the goal wasn't given. We all saw, they must have commentary, they must be able to hear things. They know that decision wasn't a goal. So this is the point. And today, I don't see a single Liverpool account. I don't see anybody yesterday talking about the Liverpool situation, speaking about the red card Chelsea should have had in their favour, where Vinicius should have been sent off. And that's because Chelsea won 2-0, so it isn't a talking point. Nobody's talking about the Man United offside goal that we conceded. And that's my problem with this. The only way I back Liverpool on Saturday. Actually, I'm on your side. I'm going to back you. You've been robbed. It's disgusting. We've got to help. They're now defending the decision last night that Chelsea didn't have go in their favour. And that is what's going to happen. Yeah, actually, Terry, but it's not the same thing. We only want decisions like ours when they don't follow the process to be followed. Do you want to frame it into something really specific?
There we go. I can't take them seriously.
And that's why I can't take any fan base seriously. This isn't even about Liverpool for me, bruv. Everyone does this. That if tonight Arsenal get robbed, they'll say it's a disgrace. On Saturday, if Man United get robbed, they'll go, ha ha, cry more. Everyone's either got to get on board with trying to make refereeing better, or what is it that, shut your goddamn mouth, you Rudy Poos. You got to hush your mouth.
The thing is, Terry, right? They're all crying about VAR. Oh, VAR got it wrong. VAR got it wrong. Mate, the linesman put his flag up for offside. So if VAR, because they were saying scrap VAR. But if they scrap VAR, it still ain't a goal anyway. The liner had his flag up.
Let me just come back. People call me a liar. Someone's saying that Liverpool fans were defending the decision. Okay, let me rephrase what I've said then, so I can be more accurate. So I'm not called a liar. I'm seeing too many Liverpool fans, not all of them, but too many. Every person defending it in my thread. By the way, my tweet has had now, just to give you an idea, the amount of traction that it has had between the two tweets. Over 500,000 people have seen the tweet. It's a lot of people.
Jeez.
And I would say the vast majority of people saying that this is a different scenario, Terry, not the same by Liverpool fans. One is too many. It's not all of you. So UL55, you agree with me. You agree with me. Whoever these guys are, Paul here says, no, Terry, Liverpool fans called it out. Any Liverpool fan back in Chelsea last night, well done you. But just one Liverpool fan not doing it is not enough. The fact that I've seen no big Liverpool journalist tweet about it. I haven't seen Liverpool Football Club put out a message, and this is how you're going to fix it. Tonight, if Man United get robbed, Liverpool Football Club have got to tweet in our defence. This is the only way it will work. And this, again, it's when you say, why? You are now the torchbearers. You're the torchbearers of this. And you and the rest of us need to follow suit.
They want to be the ones that, oh, look at us. We were the ones who forced change. There ain't going to be no change, mate. That's it. Get over it. Yeah, you lost the game. Cry more. No, at the end of the day, I thought Liverpool played all right. Yeah, with 9 men. Yeah, cracking goal, by the way, from Matip. He finished that like a prime Robbie Fowler. What a finish. Great goal. Yeah, but the thing for me is if they didn't whinge and cry and moan so much, yeah, they'd have more people backing them. Yeah, but other fan bases just sitting there going, why are you crying? Because they chat the most. Yeah, like they're not the loudest online, but stuff like this, bro, I swear. It's always them, always. Oh, poor us. But then when, like you said, it's Arsenal or Man United or Man City, gutted and gutted. Yeah, cry.
And I'm not having a go at Liverpool and singling them out and saying they're the worst at this. I don't think they are. I think every fan base is as bad as the other. You know, someone here saying you're playing the whataboutery game. No, this isn't whataboutery. This whataboutery would be, I don't care about Liverpool's decision because last year Jota should have been sent off in a game. That's whataboutery. What I am saying is there is very little credibility to your claims that we want to help change football for everybody if you are not backing rival clubs when they get bad decisions publicly, universally, and slamming anybody within your fan bases, whether you're Liverpool, Everton, Arsenal, United, Chelsea, that isn't doing it and is playing it down. That's not whataboutery. That is about credibility in our fight to get better refereeing decisions. And do you know what it is? It's more about transparency for me. I can take us not getting... We heard Dermot Gallagher yesterday say that the reason we didn't get a penalty for a handball against Palace is because the player's arm was tucked in. His arm was out by his side. So now he's not an official referee anymore. But for me, I want to hear what they said. I want to hear almost live now, why didn't you give it? And I actually think that 90% of the time would all go, that makes sense. Maybe I disagree slightly, but I understand the transparency of the situation. For me now,
I don't think 90% will, because you're never going to get 100% of the decisions 100% correct 100% of the time.
True.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, a fan, if it goes against their team, is not going to accept what is being said anyway. They're just going to go, we were robbed, regardless. Even if everyone else is saying it, like there'll be people in this chat right now that say Curtis Jones shouldn't have been sent off. There'll also be people saying he should be sent off. So you're never going to please 100% of the people, regardless of whether you get decisions right or wrong, Terry.
You're bang on that, but where you can bridge the gap is this. So say when you get a situation like Arsenal's penalty versus Spurs and Man United's exactly the same handball, one nearer to the goal, one further away, there should be, because they're professionals, a detailed explanation as to why one's different from the other. Therefore, because they're being held to account, we are going to get more consistency. Because you said, for instance, say the Curtis Jones foul stays as a red, that the appeal doesn't go through. We now know that anybody that touches that ball first and their foot rolls over the ball and they hit a shin, like Casemiro did last season, like Curtis Jones did this season, we know it's a red card. If next week the same thing happens and there isn't a red card given, that's where subjectivity goes out the window. What we need is to be told why subjectively it was different, but they don't say that. They don't ever give us a detailed reason. So I think we get more angry because we're never told why something has happened. We're given a really wishy-washy answer. You'll get Dermot Gallagher on Sky, who very rarely gives you any insight. He just says, yeah, I don't really think that one is, to be fair. They go, why don't you think that? Yeah, because I don't really think it's as bad as other ones we've seen. That's about how detailed. I mean, that don't mean anything.
Who's the other guy who sits in the BT studio? What's his name? He used to be a ref as well. What's his name? He sits in BT or TNT as it is now. What's his name? And they go, oh, let's go over to our VAR specialist.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I forget his name, but yeah.
I can picture, I can't remember his name, the chat note. But again, what's the point? They're making these people into celebrities. Yeah, it's not about them. It's true. These companies are making these people, Peter Walton, that's it, the most boring, dry person on the planet. Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ, you wouldn't want to sit around him for too long. You'd be asleep. Right? But real talk, they're making these people into celebrities, right? And they're making the game more about them. Yeah. Every time there's a decision, right? What does Peter Walton think? Nobody cares, mate. Like, real talk, nobody cares what Peter Walton's got to say. Yeah, because they're just going to laugh at him anyway, regardless of what he says. So why is he there? Yeah, and it's not about the officials. It's about the players on the pitch and the managers. That's what football's about. The fans don't go to the stadium to hear what Peter Walton's got to say. Yeah, or, like, let's just be real with it. Or they don't tune into TV to watch it, to hear what Peter Walton's got. Nobody cares. Yeah, they're tuning in for the players of the team they support. Yeah, or the game that they're invested in. Right, and I just find it mad. Yeah, that so many of these people now are being elevated. Like, who's the other one? What's his name? He was in the studio with Michael Owen listening to footage the other day. What's his name? Ex-referee.
Clattenburg?
Howard Webb.
Howard Webb. Again,
why are we making him a celebrity? You're just an ex-referee, mate. Yeah? You weren't any good at football. That's why you become a ref. Like, let's just be honest with it. You know, let's just be real with it. Simon Jordan doing a podcast with what's the one that's just retired? What's his name? Everyone says he's a Spurs fan. Every Arsenal fan goes, oh, he's a Spurs fan. Yet every time he refs us, we win. Yeah, what's his name, man? Can't remember. Mike. I don't even know all the names. Mike Dean. Mike Dean. Again, why is Simon Jordan doing a podcast with Mike Dean? Why? Nobody cares what he's got to say. Yeah, Mark Halsey was another one back in the day. Yeah, Mark Halsey used to be on everything back in the day. Why? You're a ref, mate. It's not about you. Nobody cares about you. They care about the players and the team that they support. Yeah, but the way these people are being lauded up and put up here, yeah, at the end of the day, they're referees. That's it. Or ex-referees. And the thing is, now everyone's talking about VAR. Right? VAR. All it's done, Simon Jordan made a good point earlier. He said all it's done is take it away from everyone talking about the ref. So now everyone talks about VAR. All you've done is shift it from here to there. The fact is, there's always wrong decisions in football. That's how it has been. Now, if you're looking for perfection, it ain't happening, mate. Yeah, and I'm not one that sits here and cries about referees in terms of their performances on the pitch. Sometimes I'll sit there and say, do you know what? That was shocking from the ref. How's he sent him off? But that's not the reason my team lose a game. Like, I don't look at it like that. I see people sitting here, Terry, all since this has happened. Oh, Sheffield United, yeah, right? They had a goal, right, that went over the line and it wasn't given, and then they got relegated off of that. No, they didn't. Do your research. They finished 9th that season. They got relegated the next season. The amount of people I've heard say that. Oh, Sheffield United, no, they got relegated the following season. They finished 9th that season. Yeah, I didn't see no hoo-ha back then. Like, come on, get over it, man. At the end of the day, people are saying, oh, but that could be the reason why you don't win a league. Or that could be the reason why you get relegated. What about the other 37 games then? Yeah, it's just embarrassing, mate. Like, at the end of the day, they're going to cock up. They're human beings. Yeah, and people are saying it's conspiracy this and conspiracy that. It's amazing how many teams have got conspiracies against them in the Premier League, isn't it? There's a conspiracy against Arsenal, apparently. Conspiracy against Tottenham. Now against Liverpool.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing I push back on. There is no conspiracy against any one club. Some super chats here.